Around the world, it's a basic fact of life that soccer is more than just a game. In Serbia, it's more like a war. This isn't a political rally. These aren't protesters. They're soccer fans. And at least once a year, these men and thousands more like them turn the streets of Belgrade into ground zero for one of the most intense rivalries in the world. We sent Ben Ferguson to the Serbian capital, where the long-standing rivalry game between the country's two best soccer teams has earned a reputation and a name of its own: the Eternal Derby.
We're in Serbia. Behind us is its capital, Belgrade, the home of Serbia's two biggest football teams, Partizan and Red Star. When the two come together, it's known as the Eternal Derby. In the 1980s, amidst the crumbling of the Soviet Union, a wave of hyper-nationalism fractured the 6 republics of communist Yugoslavia. Among those 6 territories was the country we now know today as Serbia. This division soon devolved into hostility as the new Serbian president, Slobodan Milosevic, began to militarize within the other former republics of Yugoslavia. Serbian President Milosevic's decision to send armed troops to the borders of the seceding republics would incite civil war and begin the bloodiest European conflict since World War II. The 3 years that followed were marked by the genocide of thousands of Slavic Muslims in the region at the hands of Serbian forces. Thousands of ethnic Serbs within Bosnia also died. Finally, in the summer of 1995, NATO troops lay siege to the region with a full month of bombings and secured a peace settlement that recognized the 6 former republics of Yugoslavia as independent nations.
Da smo mi u jednom momentu imali 3-4 generacije koje su, da kažemo, u vreme inflacije, krize, ratova, sigurno da ima tih velikih posljedica. Sigurno da je to jedan, da kažem, taj derbi možda trebao da bude u startu vid paraženja.
The most powerful groups surrounding the derby are the fan firms on either side of the rivalry, known as ultras. They lead non-stop chants during the games, orchestrate violence against opposing fans, and skim profits from their club's merchandise and concessions. Even after repeated clashes in the stands and disruption of games, very little has been done to stop their influence. Partizan's ultra fan group are known as the Grobari, Serbian for undertakers. With thousands of young men in their ranks, they've grown highly organized. Though they have no official management over the team, the Grobari use intimidation to wield significant influence within the organization. In a rare meeting, the leaders of the Grobari agreed to talk with us inside the Partizan stadium, using their personal set of keys to gain access to the ground.
U principu, dogovori se stvaraju 7 dana pred derbija, otprilike i kao vojska, kao hijerarhija postoji. Kod nas pripreme uobičajeno, to jest funkcionišemo kao na tribini, kod nas i svi funkcionišemo kao jedna vojska. Poštuje i odatle se dalje.
Can you give me any idea of what I can expect on Saturday?
Očekivanje će vidjeti.
Would you be prepared to die for your club?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, even this far in front, my adrenaline is pumping like mad. There are thousands of Partizan fans marching this way. They're chanting things like "kill the gypsies," but they're clapping. It's becoming much more organised. Occasionally they'll stop, regroup, go quiet, and then someone on the tannoy will say, "Right, start again," and they'll fucking just go out of nowhere. The match hasn't even started yet, and at the end of that Rivalry march into the stadium, a massive fight kicked off. God knows what was going on. Flares were being thrown, fireworks were going off, and they haven't even met the opposing team yet, or the opposing supporters. That was just against the police, and it seemed to be against themselves a little bit. That atmosphere is so tense. Already here, you can hear it. It's getting louder and louder. For the players, this must be unbelievably intimidating. As you the further down you get, the more the echo just hits you. And it looks like the Rivalry have stormed into Red Star's side. A whole mass of people dressed head to toe in black came in, and a massive fight is kicking off in the middle.
As they rushed to contest with their rivals on the other side of the stadium, the Red Star fans found themselves blocked in and quickly turned their aggression from the Rivalry onto the police.
The riot police are coming in from over there, and the game hasn't even started. After 40 minutes of fighting, the game's now about to start. The fans have finally calmed down. But basically half the stadium has now been torn apart because they were throwing the chairs at the police for so long.
The stadium was hot, simmering, as if it would boil over once more. But strangely, it was as if the mounting tension in the stands had little, almost nothing to do with the game that was being played on the pitch. Police and firefighters were on hand at the stadium, but did little to stop the fans lobbing flares and fireworks into the sky, as if they knew this spectacle was just far beyond their control. In spite of the outpouring of violence at these games, the derby persists. It's become an outlet for young men with a fractured national identity and hopeless economy, leaving them searching for meaning through rivalry. Even with the match ending scoreless, a tie was all Partizan needed to celebrate the end of their season as league champions. After the events of this year's derby, officials threatened to cancel all remaining games at Red Star Stadium, but never followed through.
Način našeg funkcionisanja je taj da mi smo stalno tu. Menjaju nam se godine. Mi smo stari, dolaze mlađi, ali mi smo i dalje tu.